Hey everybody, just want to let you know what we're doing today. We are in Kalispell, Montana, and I come out here to see Wes Chin. Wes Chin is a Central Boiler dealer for Central Boiler, and in this beautiful state of the, what do they call it? The Big Sky Country?
Big Sky Country.
So it ain't too big a big sky right now.
It's smoky sky country right now.
Yes. And so, Wes, how long have you been a dealer for Central Boiler?
I've been selling Central Boilers for 14 years now.
All right. Now, did you use a Central Boiler before that, or did you kind of do your homework and look into different furnaces, or?
So I started off building houses for people.
Okay.
And I always want to be involved with the best on the market.
Yep.
I had a customer and he said, I want a wood boiler. And he didn't give me any more direction than that. And so I did my homework and I said, well, at the time there was so many dealers, so many manufacturers, and like, who is it? Who's the best? And I landed on Central Boiler.
Yep.
But at the time they didn't have a dealer within 100 miles of here. And the one that they did have didn't deliver or install. He said it's just too far out of my area, so the opening was there and I took it.
Okay.
No regrets.
So you just decided the customer wanted you to do some homework, and you did some homework, and you come up with a Central Boiler.
Central Boiler was by far the best then. From everything I've ever seen and heard, it's still the best now. So
yeah, and that's kind of, I was a dealer from 2002 to 2012, and that's kind of, and at that time there was a ton of outdoor wood stove people, outdoor wood stove manufacturers, and I did my research too, and everybody has their different, what they come up with, and I did the same with you. I come up with Central Boiler. So, but we was talking about, we would just want to show this, is the smoke out here. There's a lot of fires.
there's a lot. Yeah.
And so usually the mountains are nice and beautiful and crystal clear, but Montana, Washington, and probably some of California is seeing a lot of forest fires on right now out here. So that's why it looks like it's cloudy, but it's actually smoky. So
just yesterday, just a mile in the backyard, they were getting helicopters full of water and bucketing out water out of the creek.
so all fighting fires somewhere close.
Within a mile and a half of here.
Wow.
So they got it. It's out. But
Wow. Yeah. So do you do installs also?
I do.
Okay.
I always tell people Montana's a do-it-yourself state.
Yeah.
So if people are doing this to save money, I never dissuade them from doing their own install.
Yeah.
But if they would like help with it, I'm always here, whether they want me to dig the trench and put it in turnkey, or if they want me to just help them with it, I'm happy to do whatever part that they would like.
Yeah, because you're also a builder, so a lot of the dealers do both. I mean, they have other jobs, plus they sell the Central Boilers kind of as their side hustle, or just extra money, and because there's a need.
Yeah, I do it because I like the Central Boiler product.
Okay.
I do the construction for the money.
Yeah.
To pay the bills, and I do Central Boiler because I just find them fascinating.
Okay. And then here in Kalispell, what all area do you take care of? I mean, kind of the northwest.
The northwest, yeah. I've been over to as far east as Lewistown. I've been as far south as Hamilton, and over to the Idaho area. I try to stay out of Idaho, but sometimes there's a need. But typically up to the Idaho border.
All right.
Up to the Canadian border.
Yeah. So people back home don't realize this. Back home, we have our miles are in sections, 1 mile sections.
Sure.
Out here in Montana, it's not. There's no road every mile, and so if you want to go to Thompson Falls, if you could go the way the crow flies, you could be there not too long.
No.
But here you gotta go down around the mountain ridge and around rivers and stuff like that. So it's over 2 hours away. I mean, it's 115 miles.
Right.
But it's gonna take a while because there's no roads there. It's just a fascinating. I mean, to me, because I'm not used to it,
Mm-hmm.
And out here, it's crazy.
Right.
It's wilderness. So, so what kind of wood? Here's what's going to get people from back home thinking. What kind of wood do you guys burn out here?
So everything, or I shouldn't say everything, predominantly what we have available are conifers. So conifers meaning things that bear cones. So we have your different pine species, your fir, larch, are going to be your three main types of wood. And then, I mean, there's a few people that'll find cottonwood and poplar and birch, aspen. I wouldn't say that's common. I mean, maybe you are lucky enough to have some on your property.
Right.
Most people are burning lodgepole pine, fir, Douglas fir, larch. Some people call it tamarack.
Yes, that's what we call it back home,
Yep.
tamarack.
Yep. So those are
So
the main ones.
no maple, no oak, no ash, no
A
hardwoods.
few cabinet guys will throw some scraps in, but
Yeah,
for the general public, no.
yeah. So you want that. So back home, we would burn some pine and stuff, but here you season it.
Sure.
It's all seasoned. So the stuff that I saw in your woodsheds, probably 2-3 years as far as it was cut down. Would you say, or it was a burnt wood?
Yeah, a lot of what I have was recaptured after a fire. Stuff that wasn't burnt out in the woods, they just logged it off and brought it back.
Okay. So the moisture content is very, very low.
It's very low.
Okay. All right. Let's look at one of these. This is the 760, right?
This is the 760.
All right. And this is the HDX. So it's the new and approved. So what in the firebox? What do you have in here?
So if you can angle down along the side here, you'll see there's this pipe with holes in it. This is how fire is actually, it's one of the three components of fire. So we need fuel, we need ignition, and we need oxygen. So this pipe on the side is how we get oxygen to the fire.
Yep.
It's everything Central Boiler has done has made it easy for the end user to service. So I don't have much of a service business because that is just taken out. It's easily taken out.
So everything is accessible. This tube that shoots air in, this is easy to take out.
Right.
This is a tube exchanger. Air shoots through this and forces air down to the secondary burn.
Sure. So
Correct.
this is computer controlled. So when the fire up in the top burn area has reached a certain parameter, the computer knows that there's enough available gases to burn underneath. So
Okay.
it will burn and let air come through these. So now we're burning off smoke, which is unburned fuel. We're able to burn that off to have nearly complete combustion and have, people can't tell when my boiler's running. It's just clear.
Right. It's just maybe heat waves coming out of it. No smoke.
Yeah, every now and then when you start up, there'll be a little smoke. But by and large, people can't tell it's
Right. Nice. So so the fire burns down and then it goes out and around. So we'll get into that another time.
Sure.
With more detail. But what all are you heating here?
So I'm heating.
I want to trade places with you.
Sure, let's trade.
Yep.
So I'm heating only about 1,000 feet in this building right now. It's our living area. We're planning to keep finishing off the inside, but for right now we're heating that. You can kind of see our boilers tucked over there by our woodshed. So we're heating our house there, and then underground we're heating this. I gave some property to my parents, and so they are heating, I think it's a little over 2,000 feet there.
Okay.
A combination of forced air and in-floor heat.
On both of them, even your parents have that?
Yes, so they're forced air and in-floor. I am just in-floor.
Okay. And then you ran all the thermal packs.
Yes.
And we've talked a little bit about that before. And the thermal packs, it's kind of a pain to work with, but even when I was a dealer, I looked at the different types out there, and the thermal packs is 2-PEX lines,
Yep.
like we can see here. And the 2-PEX lines, and one of them has a black mark on it, so you can determine which one you want to use for your hot or your cold.
It sure beats having somebody inside blowing in one and
Yeah.
you trying to figure it out.
And all you have to do with this, here's a piece, is just cut this and score it, and this black outer pipe will come off, and then you just run these pipes. There's the black line. Then you just run it in the house and switch over to copper, or people switch over to PEX nowadays. So, well, good. with fuel prices, let's talk about that. With fuel prices kind of on the rise, usually that's what happens is then the wood stove business starts going up.
Sure.
You know, and the way I look at it, I mean, you buy it in the 8-foot lengths, or people can go on federal land and buy it,
Yep.
or people that have their own wood source can cut it and use it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So or like you say, carpentry guys.
Mm-hmm.
There's all kinds of. Some people have cutoffs. I get some of my wood from Amish guy down in Marion, and it's just cutoffs, and it's just waste. It's just waste, and so they just stack it on pallets, and I just buy it that way. So there's many different ways to get your wood.
Yeah, and there's multiple firewood companies here in the valley that will just sell you firewood.
Yeah, so there's many options. And then how can people find you here in the Big Kalispell area?
So probably the easiest thing is on Central Boiler's website to look at the dealer locator.
So there's a dealer locator.
Yep.
And I think they just put in their traffic. They just put in, I think, their zip code.
Yep.
And when people put in the zip code, they hit that, and then it'll just show them who's their local dealers.
Yep.
But around here, there ain't a local. You're the local dealer because,
me.
I mean, you're servicing many different towns.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Counties. So,
yeah, counties. So, well, good. Well, Wes, I appreciate your time today. And you know, it's beautiful out here in Montana in the 80s, and just wanted to come out here and show everybody what it's like out west and stuff. So, Wes, thanks again. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yep. So, hey, keep watching the videos. We'll get some more stuff on Central Boiler here soon. So, have a great day. Bye bye.